factors and multiples are things that we do already know about. They are not new ideas. We're actually going to start with what a multiple is. So a multiple, so writing this down, a multiple is the number and then all the answers that I would get of that number if I was doing its times tables. So for example, the 3 times tables, I know that 1 times 3 is 3. So 3 is a multiple of 3. I know 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 is a multiple of 3. Any answer that you can get from your times tables is a multiple of that number. Okay? So multiples are created by multiplying the number. So we're going to write that. Multiples are created by multiplying the number. And we're going to write our example. So for example, e.g., the multiples of 3 are, so we know 1 times 3 is 3.
3, 6,
And then we go 6.
6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
And run in the room. And it keeps going.
33.
So it keeps going forever. It never runs out. There are more and more and more multiples. I just multiply. Writing that down. You're going to write everything on the board you're writing down. Okay? They go on forever. You never run out of multiples. Okay? So this, okay? So there are an infinite number of multiples. Okay, so it's kind of cool. So it just goes forever. Okay, so like 3 times 1,000 is 3,000. 3 times a million is 3 million. They just keep going. There are an infinite number of multiples. So we know the word infinite means never ending. You could never run out of the answers that are multiples of 3. Okay, or 5 or 7. So whatever number you pick, you will never run out of multiples. They are always the same size as or bigger than the number. So for the multiples of 3, the smallest multiple is 3. Then after that, they're all bigger than 3. Okay, so the first one is the same. And then after that, they're all bigger. Has everyone written that sentence and the example? Are you good with that? Okay, let's talk about factors. So factors are quite a bit...
I went all the way up.
You didn't keep going, okay. So let's look at factors.
Are there any bins in here?
Okay, so factors... Factors are things that divide evenly into... Don't walk in Factors divide evenly into the number. So they are like the questions from the times tables. Okay, so factors divide evenly into a number. Oops, that's pretty messy. Into evenly, E-V-E-N-L-Y. Into. So for example, the factors of 10.
20. I mean 5.
Quiet. For example, the factors of 10 are things that divide evenly into it. The other way of thinking about it is it's the question. It's the questions that would give 10 as the answer when I'm using multiplication. So I know to get 10, I could do 1 times 10, couldn't I? So I know 1 times 10 equals 10. Do you know any other multiplications that have 10 as their answer?
5 and 2.
2 times 5. Well done.
Excuse me.
I mean, no, 2 as well.
Help with my test.
Be there in a
2
second.
times 5, 2 times 5 times 4.
Shh. Okay, 2 times 5 and 5 times 2, they're the same thing. So I can get 10 by doing 1 times 10, 2 times 5.
4.5.
So I've done 1, 2. Does 3 divide
No.
evenly into 10?
No.
No. Does 4 divide evenly into 10? No. Does 5?
Yes.
Yes. So 5 does, but I've already got it there.
5 times 2.
So if I use that method, I can be guaranteed I find all factors. So what I did was I checked 1 worked. 1 always works. Then I checked 2, then I checked 3, then I checked 4, and I keep checking until I get a number I've already written down. And if I've checked them all carefully like that, I will never miss a factor, which is a kind of cool way of doing it. So if I want to know what the factors of 10 are, then whatever numbers appeared over here. So I've got a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 10. So the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. We're going to do another example of that. So the next one we're going to look at are factors of 20.
Oh, 20.
5.
So, shh. Now, we want to use this very logical method, the same one every time. So we always start with a number 1. So we're going to start with 1 times what is 20?
20.
1 times 20 is 20.
Well,
Then we're going to go to 2. 2 times, 2 times what is 20?
10.
2 times 10. Then I'm going to go to 3. Does 3 work?
No.
No. Then I go to 4. Does 4 work?
Yes.
What would it be?
4.
4 times
5 times 4.
4 times 5.
Yeah, 4 times 4.
Then I go to 5. Does 5 work?
Yes.
But I've already got it, which means I'm done and I can stop checking. I don't have to keep checking 6, 7, 8, 9 because I know they're not going to work. Okay, so you're guaranteed you found all the factors. So this time I have 6 factors. So if I wrote them in order, they would be, factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. All right? All right, we're going to end the video there and you're going to try a couple for yourself.
Subscribe.